I want to review the first game here and just focus on mainly some defensive positioning and maybe some footwork. There's no sound, so you just have me. Pretty decent hit to start off with. This is the second game. It's not the warm up game, but I want to show Luis something. So Moj hits this ball to me. I'm probably passing this ball somewhere here. Ideally. So at this point, Luis can start making his way here. He could have started like a foot sooner. And then if he gets there a little bit earlier, it's going to be easier for me to predict where this set goes. Nice up by Moj. And then this on defensive positioning here, it's kind of tricky because I'm blocking at the net like twice in the entire day and I'm not a good blocker. But, in this position, like Henry's either like cutting the ball or doing a high line. And in that case, like you just have to be ready to run down a ball. So I'm going to put this in slow motion. Playback speed. Let's go half speed. He's shooting this ball. He's like doing a shot. So you have to be ready to run somewhere. But like right now, you were still like kind of upright or even like backing up, and then you realize, oh shit, I gotta go get this ball. So if you could have been, you could have been more ready for it. It went out, but if it would have went in, it would have been a tough ball to get, but it would actually be like pretty gettable. Here. Okay, so he does a better job of like cheating to get to the spot. That was much better. I hit it over by accident. You know what? Maybe instead of, I wonder if I should just do timestamps instead of watching the whole thing. I suck. I want to highlight this play. All right, I'm doing a lot of stuff that I like that I want to point out that I think other people should be doing too. Further back than this. Okay, that's fine. They get a free ball here. Okay, so like I can see Henry. Henry sometimes gets a little tricky with this, but look at where like Henry's shoulders are pointing here. He like squares up with here. He's not really hitting line here. His shoulders are looking this way. So the only way he hits line is if you like twist his hand, and like he's usually not tricky or good enough to do that. Some like better players can do that, but so I'm cheating middle. So like even though the angle is supposed to get the middle ball here, like I'm getting this ball because I knew to cheat. This happens to me and Moj later in the match, where like Moj is on my team and we got B in the middle because I was cheating like further to the left, expecting Moj to be in the middle. And then I pick up that ball. Moj makes a good up here, and then check this out. So, I'm not waiting for Luis to touch this ball. Like I'm already starting to go to the target. I know Luis is gonna pass this ball. Hopefully here. So then I only have to move a step to get into position, and then kind of take advantage of the positioning and go around too. But Moj got me. Good job. point out something on this play, but I'll point it out later as a better example of Luis, or how to defend against him, really. Just something to look out for on Moj's approach here. He could be cutting more outside. Hopefully this is far enough. You know, so you start here. In order for Henry to set to your left hand, Moj, you know, he can only set it here. If you take like another step, you're gonna give yourself a little bit more space, and like kind of, you can tell already like this ball is going to like, you're gonna make contact with this ball here, and you're gonna have to reach over your body a little bit. That was a good spot. I shouldn't have been cute at the net. It looked like it was going over though, but it wasn't. Okay, this is the play right here. This is Moj's ball all day. This is the exact thing I'm talking about. So, you know, stop here. Like Luis's shoulders here are like this. So his main shots are going to be like left of this, like left of Henry's right foot right now. In order for him to hit like a hard ball, the only way he like really hits a hard ball is if he like goes here, and like he's not doing that. But his main shots are going to be aligned with the shoulders here. So Moj needs to be like here right now, cover this shot. In order for him to go line, he has to do some crazy twist. So Moj is actually like backing up this way when he's never hitting line here. His shoulders are giving this away. We can watch it again in full speed. Like he's just facing all the way. He's almost facing like facing the antenna. So that's like a cue to be able to cheat to the middle. And, you know, and Moj can see this ball and be like, yo, like Henry should have the middle, like he's angle, but Henry's thinking like this ball is probably going over here. So this is not Henry's ball. Oof. Luis' serve too strong. Oof, I wish that went in. I want to point something out here though. Okay, he serves to me. I get this free ball, right? So like, I'm going to pass this ball like somewhere here. Luis should know this, and like Luis should already be like at this target. Not right now, but like he should be here like as I'm touching this ball. He's going out here, and like I'm not passing the ball out here ever. Like I'm gonna have control of this ball, and it's like gonna go somewhere in here. So like you can be here, like you can already be here, and then you can just be earlier to this ball. It's gonna make it easier for me to predict where the set is going if you're already in position. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at that! Wow, what a play! Nice ball. Set's like a little funky, honestly, but it's just funky in the sense that it's a low catch, but it's clean. It's a bit of a lift. Good serve. Miscommunication between us there. The positioning probably could have been better. call this out. I'll show what's going on. Luis is really good at getting the middle balls. Serve receive just in general. He's always getting the middle ball. So I'm just gonna point out the same thing here. This serve is mine. Like, you could be going to the target now. Your first step is like kind of to the left. Like, your first step should be straight to the target. It could be happening right now. Because this ball is like, it's a little bit. This is a decent position. It might be tight, but this is like an okay pass. But because you get there late, you like try getting there, and then you like don't want to push it too much, so you end up going backwards while you're passing, and then the ball goes backwards, and then I get caught in this position reaching across. I think if you would have gotten there a little bit earlier, then you could have had time to give us just like a slight push to my right. Like, finish forward. Good try. Henry was doing a much better job at adjusting to the inside sets than I was today. He was like poking those into the net and they were rolling over. Like, ugh, I fucked up here. I started my approach from here, so in order for you to set to my right hand, it's just impossible. This is a really bad approach. We're gonna just watch this again. Like this serve is going all the way out to the right, so like I need my partner to shift, start shifting way right now, because like this pass, the serve's to the right, so the pass is could probably be to the right of the target, and that's what happened. And I still think like you could have got here like a little bit earlier. Regardless, if I'm starting out here though, I'm just gonna fuck up pretty much every time. So it's dead. Look at that. It's a better hit for me just because it's to my right. The set's like really outside. And then just to poke on Henry a bit, he'll make a similar mistake as Moj, kind of to a lesser extent, but he ends up in like an upright position and he's falling backwards a little bit on this set too. He ends up going backwards instead of forwards, and then that's what happens. The set ends up being like kind of inside, and it's like lofty and it floats. It kind of dies in the air. Moj could have probably whipped out to the right a little bit more. Good pass. Let me see. It's like this is a good pass, actually. No, it's not. Terrible pass. It was too tight. He actually did cheat upwards that time. It was a bad pass. Thought it was a good pass, but it wasn't. What a play. I'm laughing because, like, I don't know if I called 5 here, but, like, with this arm swing, it definitely, the ball went more outside than you thought it would be. And then I made this adjustment, and it ends up working, but, like, it's not how we would have wanted it to go down. Henry, he's under the ball here, so want to stay like a little bit behind it. So then you can see his body is almost like in right here. He had to like jump backwards to hit this ball. It's gonna be hard to hit this ball with topspin. He's like probably gonna hit the ball, under it. Um, he's actually not as under as I thought it would be, but like if he wasn't physically under the ball, his body wasn't under the ball, he could have made a better contact, and I think this would have gone in. But instead, it goes out. Scary. Easy. Too easy. This is a lift and a double. I don't even know the rules. Kind of the same thing with Henry here. This set wasn't as good. The whole play was just like a little bit less systematic or in system. You do back up, so you have some space. You know, ideally you want a little bit more space than this. Maybe like on the sideline here. And then you kind of jumping behind to get to the ball again. Let me see. You know, your body's going backwards here. Like you want to hit the ball forwards or jump. You know, you want to attack the ball, go forwards while hitting the ball. You're going backwards. And then just one comment on Moj's set. Like when you start this close together, you can set a little bit lower to stay in tempo, to help your attacker like not be so early. You guys are starting close, so you can set a little bit lower. That was kind of, I guess, it's kind of the same thing. Get there. Okay. I thought he was going short. He fooled me. I knew he was going cross, but I didn't know which way, short or not. So this is a different play by Luis. He actually goes line, but I want to show you what he did. You know, like here, at this point, he's like looking at the ball. His shoulders like kind of were more angled a half a second ago, third of a second ago, but then he does square up like here. So now he's like no longer going angle. He's going line. He's gonna, you know, his shoulders are straight instead of cross. So it's not a guarantee, but it more likely going line here. And then he gets a favorable shot. This ball is tricky. I know you guys talked about this afterwards. This is like the only one we did in the entire day too. Technically, this is Moj's ball. Like it's Henry's fault for like giving Luis an easy ball. You know, like his approach could have been better here and had a better hit, whatever. But at this point, you know, he's not covering anything, and like this is a threatening position. So, like Moj should be back here, and able to get this ball, but instead you guys are both at the net still and not covering anything. On like the first one of the day, you know, that I think was the only time that happened. That's kind of tough. It's tough. I don't think I would have been in the right spot either, but it technically was Moj. Nice second touch by Moj. Here, okay. This is another good example. You know, this is a common thread, but two things going on. You know, I can see Henry's shoulders are here, so I'm cheating middle. Okay, Luis gets this ball. I'm here. They get it back. All right, now I get a free ball here. You know, this pass is going somewhere here. I forgot where exactly I'm passing the ball, but like almost guarantee I'm passing the ball somewhere here. So like Luis should start going up there. Like he should start going now. Instead he actually takes a step to the left. He should already be right here. and then he gets there kind of late, and it makes it a lot harder for me to know where, like, what the right place to be is, and ends up hitting it out. But all right, everybody's favorite play here. Let's just see what happens for fun. All right. I mean, I don't know. You guys discussed before this game. I think Moja's just too far up. Like, no matter what happens, you're gonna have to take a step back. The only time you're not taking a step back is if we hit it over on one and go short, which I don't know if that happened the entire day. And like, even if it was to go over on one and end up short, like you could just run up. Um, but like, you're gonna be walking backwards, like the vast majority of these plays. And like in volleyball, like on offense and defense, you always want to go forwards. If you're like caught going backwards on defense, you're either just like not going to touch the ball or it's going to deflect off your hand and go backwards. Like that's a nightmare. So like you want to start further back. Now it'd be different if you were blocking, but like but you're not blocking. This is that same play. He goes over. I mean, it's a good spot. I don't know. I guess Henry didn't. I don't think Henry thought he was going to go over on one like this. But Moses should have started further back. It's a good adjustment to this set. I think that could have been. This could be past the first game now. I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah.